has receptors, folks. And your body works on mechanisms that receptors grab things, bind to them, and carry them and utilize them. Insulin is widely recognized as necessary for regulating blood sugar levels. Insulin receptors are not supposed to be messed with. Wi-Fi causes structural isomerism in insulin receptors. When you mess with your insulin receptors' ability to function, when you induce morphological changes in the three-dimensional structure of insulin receptors, when the morphology changes, the functionality changes. When the functionality changes of insulin receptors, you gain weight because you can't regulate your sugar. Your body ends up storing it. And I'm talking about all sugar, folks. Wi-Fi is a criminal weapon that has been put into the school district by weaponized criminals in the school district. And there is an individual in my community, and you know who you are. And I'm going to tell you something. You better repent of what you've done, because the judgment of God is over you and your household for what you've done to tens of thousands of children. Over the past 11 years, how many health outcomes have been damaged by this individual's actions and the cadre of scum that you aligned yourself with? Structural isomerism in insulin receptors is a phenomenon that is unique to the past 10 years, folks. And like demyelination as a cause of autism is a widely known, accepted fact in the objective scientific community, it is not widely discussed or studied because it is the problem that they don't want to talk about, because it's the smoking gun of what electromagnetic radiation does to the developing brain. As is structural isomerism in insulin receptors from Wi-Fi exposure. They don't want to talk about it, folks. There's a second component of how Wi-Fi makes you fat. Wi-Fi is a frequency of transmission. It is an electromagnetic energy that is created by a weapon called a Wi-Fi router, a simple electronic device that generates a waveform of energy that oscillates at 2.4 billion times a second. That happens to be the exact frequency at which the maximum dielectric loss of water begins. And water, being the polar molecule that it is, when it's exposed to that frequency, the molecules rotate on their axis to attempt to line up with the field charge oscillation. And the end result of water molecules being exposed to this frequency is they rotate back and forth on their axis 2.4 billion times a second. And they chose this frequency for your home internet and the school's internet intentionally. By the way, there are years of videos of me going to meetings and trying to warn people in the school districts, at the county level, and even at the state level. And I even